All right, welcome everyone. This is going to be the weekly recap for the week ending on May 8th, 2020. And a very good week. Actually, one of the better weeks I've had in a long time. But before we get started, I really want to talk about, what does it take to be a successful trader? What is it really like to trade for a living? And I think there's a lot of misconceptions out there, and I think a lot of it has to do with all the fake advertising and all these videos you see of people claiming they're making thousands and thousands of dollars. You never see their losses. But the thing that's important to remember is, first of all, there is no magic formula to being a successful trader. Okay. One of the things that I can do is give you what I feel is the best tools available. I have been trading for 39 years now. I'm going to be coming up to 40 years now. And one thing I can tell you is there's no magic formula. There are tools that work extremely well and that will hold up, the test of time. And that's something that I teach people how to do. And I can certainly put the percentages in your favor, because trading is really all about percentages. But just because of that, it doesn't mean that everybody's going to be a successful trader, and it doesn't mean that everybody's going to make money. Okay, so I could give you a system or a method or a program that's 95% accurate, and the majority of new traders will not be able to make money with it. Then you could give a professional trader, somebody who's been trading for years and years, and give them a program or a system that's only 40% accurate, and they'll be able to make money with it. So what's the difference between the two? Is because no matter what your tools are, one of the things you must understand is you must understand how markets move. Whatever you're trading, I don't care if it's stocks, I don't care if it's Forex, I don't care if it's commodities, pork bellies, cattle. Every single one of those have their own unique characteristics, their own unique personality. Okay? And to be a successful trader, you have to understand what is that personality, what is its normal personality. So you take a program that's designed around a normal personality, and I can tell you 85%, probably no more than that, the markets are going to be acting in their normal personality, their normal characteristics. There's going to be 15% of it, which is just going to be noise. That's the 15% that nobody can predict, right? And that's the news events. That's the markets get real thin. You see crazy movements in the market, okay? You guys are never going to see a 100% program that works 100% of the time. It's not going to happen. You can have 100% winning streaks for a day or two, but that's not going to hold up over time. So you have to accept the fact that the best you're probably ever going to do is probably somewhere in the neighborhood of 85%. That being said, even with that 85%, most people, like I said, couldn't even make money with a 95% system. So one of the big fallacies about trading, you see a lot of this, well, I'm 85, I'm going to sell you a system that's 85% accurate. I'm going to say a system that's 95% accurate. And most of you people wouldn't be able, most people, I should say, or people that have been trading for a while, not going to be able to make money with it. Because it's a lot more than that. As I said, it's understanding the specific characteristics of a particular pair that you're trading. In our case, we trade Forex, right? And we also do some other longer term trading. But if you don't understand what that is, when you get into that 15% of that noise, you're going to end up probably expecting it to be normal, and you're going to blow out. That 15% is going to blow out everything that you made over that 85%. Okay? And so the most important thing, if anybody ever wants to be a trader, is understand that you're going to have to put time into understanding how these markets move. And the only way to do that is to put screen time in. You're going to have to sit down, you're going to have to spend some time, and you're going to have to watch how these markets move. And every once in a while, their personality will shift, And you have to understand that the personality is shifting, and you have to be able to adapt. And that's the reality of trading. I got people that come in and they're with me for a month and they think all of a sudden they should be making thousands of dollars. And that's not the case. I can give you the best tools in the world, and I think what I have are the best tools. And the reason they're the best is because they, percentage-wise, they hold up. They are designed not to fall apart like indicators, which don't work. And so I can give you the best tools, but it all gets down to the individual trader. I've got people come in after 2 weeks and they're hitting their $200 objective. I have some that are hitting their $500 daily objective. And then I have some that can't even make a $50 objective. Okay, so where does the problem lie in all of that? It lies with the individual. Okay, so you can explain and you can give people the best tools, but that doesn't mean that everybody's going to be a successful trader. Okay, a lot of this game is psychological. A lot of this game is being able to change the things that you've been hearing out there that just don't work. The tops and the bottoms, the heads and shoulders, the channels, the Bollinger Bands, the stochastics, the moving averages, all this crazy nonsense, okay, that you hear out there is not going to get you where you need to be, okay? That tells you nothing about how these markets move. You need to know the fundamentals of how a market moves. How does price move, okay? And there is a fundamental way that all prices that they all have in common, whether it be a stock or commodity or whatever it is, they all have a fundamental way that they all move. And that's what I teach you. Once you know that, okay, once you know that, you have a big leg up on becoming a successful trader. But it still requires you to put time into it. You got to remember, I've been doing this for 39 years. You look at my results, some people are going to say, how do I do that? Well, I've been doing this for 39 years, folks. This is not something that I started doing overnight. I did not start my career making money. I started my career losing money because I was looking at everything out there. I was trying all the mathematical equations and Fibonacci numbers and all the indicators. I mean, I've seen everything and tried everything out there. And the only time I really became a successful trader is when I finally realized that you are never going to be able to put trading into a black box. You're never going to be able to have an indicator or anything that says buy here and sell here and make money off of that. You have to be able to also understand how the markets fundamentally move, and when to push it and when not to push it, when to trade and when not to trade. And that cannot be taught. The only way that can be learned is with screen time. Okay, so whether it's with my program or any program, if you're not willing to put in the time to learn how markets trade and how they move, if you're not willing to give yourself months of learning and not expect that you're going to be a pro after a week or two, some may take a year, some may take 6 months. I'm just shooting straight with you guys, all right? That is reality, okay? So I don't want you to get into any program, whether it be mine or any program, and expect that you're going to be a professional trader in a month or two. Some of you guys are going to take years. Do you have years to do that? If you don't have years to do it, then you don't need to be doing this. You need to be doing something else. Invest in real estate or something, okay? Trading is a very tough business. It's a psychological business. It requires you to go against your gut. You look at a trade and you say, that market's oversold or overbought, which it doesn't. First of all, there is no such thing as an overbought. There is no such thing as oversold. The only time you have an oversold if it hits zero. Until it hits zero, it's not oversold. And the sky's the limit, so there is no such thing as an overbought market. So that's all nonsense. But people look at it and they say, I'm not going to buy it way up there. I'm not going to sell it way down there. And that's because if it doesn't look good to you to buy up there or to sell down there, it doesn't look good to anybody else, and most people lose money. So why is that? Because the pros are still buying up there, right? And they're still selling on those lows, and everybody else is trying to do the opposite, and they're getting wiped out. You've got to be able to change the way that you look at the markets, and that's one of the things that I teach. And there's many lessons like that. But that's an example of you can get stuck into this, you override it because you don't understand the market. You think, oh my God, I'm not going to take that sell up there, or I'm not going to take that buy up there. This market's too high. I'm just going to let this one go. So you let the good trade go, and then when it does look good, you take that, and that tends to be the loser, and you get into this cycle of always losing. You say, oh man, this is no good. I can't trade. This is, this method or this indicator or whatever the case doesn't work. Well, you know what? It does work. I've proven it works, whether it be mine or somebody else's. We all have this is not the only way to trade. I'm sure there's other ways to trade. I feel this is the best way to trade because it is based off of how markets truly do move, and I think that gives me a tremendous advantage. But at the same time, it doesn't mean that all of a sudden you guys are going to be professional traders. All right. So whether you get my program or any program, you guys got to put time into it. That's reality. You're not going to go out and be a professional football player tomorrow or a professional quarterback because I give you a lot of professional players to put on your team. I can give you the best equipment. I use this analogy all the time. I can give you the best players in the NFL. I can go ahead and I can give you the best equipment and then put that ball in your hand and say, go out there and be a quarterback. And you're going to fail miserably because you haven't practiced. You haven't put in the time, the years and years of practice that these guys have been put in becoming a professional football trader. It's the same way with trading. Everybody wants to be a professional trader. Everybody wants the lifestyle and the freedom that being a trader gives you. And it does give you a lot of freedom. It gives you a lot of freedom, a lot of flexibility, okay? But most of you guys aren't willing to put in the time to do that. And I see it so many. I see people that I very seldom see in the chat room. I see people that buy my program. I never hear from them again. I've seen it all. Where are those people? What are they doing? Are they, maybe they're out and they're doing the thing. Maybe they are spending hours and hours in front of the screen, but I seriously don't doubt it. Okay. I seriously doubt that they're doing that. Okay. You've got to put time into it. You're not going to be a professional quarterback by me giving you a good equipment. All right. It's not going to happen. You guys got to put the time into it. So I just want to shoot straight with you because every week I see the same thing over and over. They have a few bad losing days and, they don't know what they're doing wrong. Well, you know what? You can do everything right and still have a few losing days. And that's part of the business. You can't look at losses as everything is gone down the tubes because you can have a month. You can look back over a whole month and realize you didn't make any money. And that's part of the business. And if you guys can't handle the fact that you're going to have a couple of days losing, then once again, you don't need to be traders. This is the reality of trading. Okay. It's not going to happen all the time. It takes time to develop your skills. It takes time. That's why I always tell people, don't even think about trading a live account. Get into a demo account. If you guys can't be profitable in a demo account, you're not going to be good in a live account. And being good in a demo account for 2 or 3 weeks does not mean you're going to be good in a live account for the next 2 months. Put time into it. Be consistent in them. Show me that you can, or show yourself that you can have good days and bad days and dig yourself out of those small holes that you're going to get into. You need to go through that in a demo account before you even think about going live, because you're going to dig yourself, as we all do. We have holes, okay? That's part of the business. You're going to start the day and you're just going to do nothing but pick every losing trade. That's reality, folks. Doesn't mean the program's broken. You know what it means? It means that you're not reading the markets right enough, or it just means, hey, it is what it is. I mean, you could be doing everything right, okay, and still lose money. But if that's happening, you need to be able to know when to pull away and when not to pull away. And then when you get in those holes, how to work your way out of it slowly, not quickly. Slowly. And you can't do that over 2 weeks. You guys got to put more time into your demos. You got to focus. People say, demo is not as good as the real right now. You know what? There's better premium in the real account right now than there is in the demo. Okay. So if you guys are making money in your demo, you're going to do good in your real account because the premiums are so much better in the real account right now. So that's just an excuse. Okay. Learn to work with the demo. I know it can be a little flaky. Yes, it can have different strike prices, but overall, everything's pretty much the same. Be profitable. Be consistent. It's not just being profitable. It's being consistent. You don't want to have a week where 4 of them were losers and you had that one big winning day and you look back and say, wow, I made money that week. No, you didn't. Not really. You want to be making money on a daily basis. That's where you want to get to. Okay? And don't expect to hit the moon. Okay, tomorrow. It takes a lot of time, and it takes a good size account if you want to start making bigger money. You're not going to start off with 500 and start making 1,000. I have people say, hey, if I start with a $500 account, can I make $1,000 a week? No, you can't. You just can't. You may get lucky, but that's not going to last. You're going to blow yourself out. So I wanted to talk about the realities of trading. I wanted people to know that, hey, you like my numbers, but you know what? It all gets down to you. When you come into the live chat room, I've mentioned this, that I'm at day 500. I'm going to stop trading live in the chat room. Why would I want to do that? Well, number one is because it's harder and harder for me to focus, okay, trading my own account. Number two, what I trade has no bearing on my success, has no bearing on your success. And that's something that you really have to understand, okay? You look at these traders that have been trading for a long time and they're making money, and you think you're going to go out and make money like them. You're just not. It's not going to happen, okay? You're not going to be able to follow the trades because they're going to get in at different times. They're going to take positions that maybe you're taking that you aren't taking. I've had days where actually I've lost money and people have made money. I've had days where I've made money and they've made money. I've had days when I've lost money and they've lost money. You see, I've had days when I've made money and they've lost money, or they've made money and I've lost money. The point is that it all gets down to the individual. It's not about following my trades. That is a losing proposition. And anybody that tells you it's not, they're crazy, okay? Go out to try these other traders, these stock traders that say they trade in front of you and they make a lot of money. Try following those guys, okay? They're getting in before everybody else. They're getting out before everybody else. Try following those guys, all right? So I just want you to see the reality. So I don't need to continue to trade. If I haven't proven the fact that what I have works and is going to continue to work after 500 consecutive days of trading, nothing's going to convince anybody, and I've come to realize that no matter what. If I went on for 5,000 days, people would still be saying that, well, you got to trade 6,000. Did it stop working after 5,000? I mean, it's absolutely insanity. Okay, so 500 days, not only am I stopping my personal trading, but the price of my core package is going up. Okay, I've proven it. It's good. I know it's good. People that have bought the program know that it's good, and there's nothing else for me to prove. I'm going to spend my time in chat, more time focusing on my students, making them professional traders, talking to them about the markets, what they need to know, what they don't need to know, what's true, what's not true about the market. And that is going to be my focus. So it's not I'm going away. It's just not I'm not going to be trading my own account. I'm going to be focusing more on my student and helping them become professional traders. So that's why I'm in the room. I'm in the room to help them become traders. That was always the premise of me even starting a chat room, is to show people really what to do. After 39 years of trading, I'm going to start giving back, and I've done all the hard work. I know what it is. I know what works. And I'm going to teach you guys how to do it as well. So anyway, that's a long story there. But nonetheless, great week. I had an awesome week. I had one night. Well, first of all, Sunday night, there was no bid and offer. I don't know what was going on with Nadex, but the Nadex was not showing bid and offers. There was zero bids, zero offers. Something was broke with their platform. Well, you can't trade on a broken platform. Now, I do use the old platform. I have not gone to the new platform. I don't know if the new platform had bids or offers. I don't think it did. But even if it did, I don't want to touch it until they force me. I like the old platform. That's what I trade on. Okay, so Sunday night was pretty much a wash. We did watch it. I think I kept up with my stats. But besides that, I did no trading because didn't have an opportunity to trade on Sunday, which is sad because it looked like it would have been a very, very nice night. Picked it up on Monday. Monday night, not too good. Don't know what happened. Tuesday night was not too good. But you know what? Once again, that's what I'm talking about, folks. It is what it is. And that's going to happen to everybody. My first wins out of the gate every day, 75%, right where I need to be. That means that whatever my very first trade is, I make for that particular session, whether it be the morning session or the evening session. As you can see, was my first trade a winner or was it a loser? As you can see, I'm hitting at 75%. So my very first trade out of the gate is 75%. That's pretty good. And the other thing is, it also shows the importance of hitting your objective early in the day. When you start off, the idea is hit your objective and get out, stop trading, or move over to a demo account. For right now, you guys are focused on demos. Once you hit that objective, make a mental note of that. You would be stepping out, and you can continue to practice trading, right? The more practice, the better, because you need to practice in good markets, flat markets, crazy markets. You need to be in all kinds because you never know what's going to hit you, okay? So overall, really good week. As far as the naked stats were concerned, things are definitely starting to creep up again, which I expected. Look at Aussie. Aussie 76%. Overall, look at 72% on the euro, 70%, 76% on the pound. Really surprised there because that's usually a little bit high for the pound US. That's pretty normal on the yen. At night, Aussie and euro 86%, right? 68% at night for the pound. That's really what I would expect during the day, and 82% on the yen, pretty much where it needs to be. So once again, what are the players right now? Aussie, euro, and the yen. If you're starting off as a new trader, you stick with the Aussie or the euro, right? You don't want to be trading both of them, right? Because they typically, if you're losing the Aussie, you're probably going to end up losing in the euro. So why double expose yourself to risk? Just stick with one. That's all you need to do. Besides that, weekly updates. I do the dailies. I do send. The weekly update does include a link for that. If you're not on the email list, go to binaryprostrategies.com. Give me your email and I'll get you on that list. So when I send out these weekly updates via email as well, besides this video, you can click on the link and you can look at all the trades that we've had back through last year up to the present. Last month it was a really good month. This month has been really slow, kind of choppy, but hey, you know what? It is what dailies are. Dailies are definitely not something that is my specialty, but you got to remember is you're looking at, just on the morning session alone for, let's say for the Aussie, you're looking at on an average 20 trades for just that morning session. You'd be lucky if you get 20 trades on, the Aussie US over 6-month period. So it's all perspective, folks. You look at dailies, you have to look at results over a longer period of time. When we're doing dailies, of course, we can look at them over a shorter period of time. So anyway, so the dailies are doing good. I only trade a few of them. Those that will see what I'm doing in terms of the patterns that I'm actually trading. So that would give you kind of a heads up and kind of what to focus on for those that understand the program and so forth. But besides that, that is going to be pretty much it for this week. I think overall, I think markets are definitely heating up. I think what we're going to start seeing is this trend is going to continue as we go deeper into the summer. Like I said, I expect things to heat up going into the summer, and I'm starting to see that. So what a great time to be trading. Markets are starting to get back to normal. They're acting normally again. The difference in the spreads are bigger now than they used to be. We're seeing a bigger spread on the strikes, but that's okay. We also have some added volatility in there. So it doesn't have to be an issue as long as you trade premium. Make sure you're getting good premium. If you don't, you don't trade, right? You either get good premium or you don't get good premium. So that's it. I think that's going to be a wrap for this week. Looking forward to it. Once again, if you have any questions, you can shoot me an email. Just go to binaryprostrategies.com. There is some links there. Shoot me your questions. I'll be glad to answer those for you. And or you can leave your comments below in the video, and I'll come back later and get to them then. But besides that, I'm hoping everybody have a great week. Once again, if you're trading short-term binaries, just stick with 1 or 2 pairs. You don't need to trade them all. You'll always be more successful starting off that way than trying to jump into 4 different ones, because like I said, they all have their own unique personalities, characteristics. You got to learn those if you want to be successful trading any kind of instrument. So that's it. Everybody have a great week, and we will talk to everybody on our next weekly update. Take care.